Yeah, what up? Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Hello, here we go. Brought it back for you, Jaybird. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, bring that shit back.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Got a little bit more of a mellow weekend than what we had last weekend.
Not much mellow.
Not much mellow?
Not much more mellow. We got Blue Martini on Friday?
Got Blue Martini on Friday, no Beer Fest, and no Double D's on Saturday. But Virginia's got Double D's tonight for the 50 Shades of Men Male Review.
I do. It's very tasty, too.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I got to put up this video from last time. I want to remind the girls how much fun this event was last month.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty hot.
Happens every single month. And tonight, if you get there at 7 o'clock, you get a free glass of champagne.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Get there early. I'm telling you, get there early. Get your seat. Get your champagne for free. And then get a little cocktail or two in you. It's more fun if you have a little buzz.
Denny's, we got any more tickets for the 50 Shades of Men? He's going to check on that right now. If we do,
I'm not sure what he told you.
I'll hook up another lady.
He's looking.
Yeah, if somebody wants to call in for that. That gets you up-close seats, like 4 chicks. You get 2 cocktails each and 2 appetizers for the table.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I could really fuck up an appetizer right now.
You
I'm
could.
so hungry.
Didn't eat last night, or what was your thing after you got back from Corey Feldman?
Yeah, I had some sweets, and that's really all I ate. I'd eaten earlier, and then when I don't sleep, I want to eat the world.
It does. It's about your hormones, your cortisol, and that throws you off. That's why sleep is so important for weight loss, is because it's sending it into your body. Your body's out of whack, and it's telling you that you're hungry even though you're not.
I feel so out of whack today.
Yeah.
I'm just like, my thoughts, everything is just off more than normal.
You know, that's why it's like, you think about these things, and they're awesome, and they're great, and they're adventurous. And I don't do them at all anymore, and that's the reason, is because it's just like I don't have it takes me too long to rebound. I can't do it. I mean, honestly, like, I think it wasn't until yesterday I felt normal from Saturday's Beer Fest. And I mean, it wasn't even like what I would do the marathon sessions like when I was younger. And I woke up, I didn't feel bad or anything like that. And, hangovers for me now are weird. And if I had one, because I don't have a headache, I don't feel nauseous. I get up, I'm just like, I'm really tired.
You're like a zombie state.
Yes, I'm just really tired, and it's just, dang, I can't do it anymore. I just can't drink. It's crazy.
I'm going home to eat the biggest pizza and then take the biggest nap.
Yeah.
I'm getting back on my training tomorrow.
Okay.
There's people training. People are giving me shit yesterday. Why you go to Corey Feldman concert? I thought Jay Bird was in training. Well, if you're in training, you can't go to a fucking concert.
I know. I saw that one comment.
He wasn't serving pierogi. No, I got that several times, Kev.
You did, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, people care. So Virginia's got 50 Shades of Men male review tonight. Tomorrow night, she's going to be at the Bridal Bash at the Marriott Palm Beach Gardens at 6:30. And then on Friday. So you got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, girl.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Iron Man. That's a big week.
Pacing myself. I think I've kind of paced myself last weekend. I didn't fall off the rails too hard. I was a little inappropriate, but I remember everything I did.
Okay, that's good.
No, you were fine.
Also, that is going to be Blue Martini Fort Lauderdale, Galleria Mall, Friday, 7 o'clock, cocktails and karaoke. Yeah.
Have we been to that Blue Martini before, or is this the first time?
I have. I worked a gig there one time when we were with Hits. So I had an appearance there.
Me too. Yeah, when we were in Miami, they had us there.
Yeah, so I did that. Also this weekend, you've got, and this week, SuperCon kicks off at the Fort Lauderdale Convention Center tomorrow.
Ooh.
I think they got may even have wrestlers and stuff there.
Yeah, someone was telling me that's so much different than the big one, the Comic-Con. They're not that similar.
No, I think it's a lot more low budget. The Comic-Con is huge in San Diego. This is not to that level.
Would you ever go to the Comic-Con if you had tickets?
In San Diego?
Yeah.
The only thing about it is I hear that people stand in line and wait forever. Like you have to get in line like 6 hours. Sometimes I've heard for some of these things. Before.
You hate lines.
I'm not a line guy. If it were something where I could walk in, I had a decent seat, and I just would go from one thing, and absolutely I would love it. But yeah, When you talk about like people sitting in a costume and in line for 6 or 7 hours, that sounds like pure hell on earth to me.
Kevin wants the William Shatner treatment, where you just walk in.
I'm old.
You're escorted.
Honestly,
Kinda like being an extra on Bloodline. He wants it to really.
Kind of do.
I have 30 minutes, guys, so you better work efficiently.
I think I weigh things out now. I scrutinize energy, pain, aggravation so hard anymore where I'm like going, it's like, okay, it's gotta be awesome.
Kermit the Extra.
Yeah, because it's not worth it. And like the same thing about like that being that extra, it would have taken me out for 4 days.
And
like
Suits
throwing
did
off my
it.
yeah.
Suits stayed. He did the time, and he didn't even get on the episode.
I know, right? He was like nothing, and I thought about that, and I'm like, I
How
would have been
pissed
so
would you
mad.
have been?
Well, that's what went through my head. I'm like, I could, and I knew it, like and he's half my age, so he can rebound a lot quicker. And if I were 21, I'd do it, but at my age, at 44. I do an event like that, and it's like 3 to 4 days of misery. So you gotta like, and I dread it. There's nothing I hate worse than feeling tired.
That's the life of an actor, though. They'll go out, they'll be out there for 10 hours, they'll do some extra work, and there's a chance they may never be seen. That was all for nothing, other than the $50 they got.
Yeah, they work like from sun up till like overnight.
For an
on
extra,
a
yeah,
set.
I wouldn't do that. Yeah,
On a set,
and
can
if
you
you're-
imagine?
Yeah, I mean, if you're kind of like a marquee actor and you got a role, then hey, my time at least is going to be well spent. I may be tired of the fact that we had to do 800 takes, but at least I'm in the cut.
Well, my buddy does. He's an actor. He has another job, but but he's an actor. He wants to be an actor. So I think if you want to be an actor, you get the struggle. You know you're going to be there for 10 hours. You're a radio guy that wanted to be on your favorite show. You don't know how that stuff works. You're not going to do the blood, sweat, and tears.
By the way, it was a fucked up episode. It wasn't that good. It was,
Really?
Yeah, it was just a lot of disappointment with third season of Bloodline. Oh. Yeah, and that episode especially, you're like, what? What are they doing? I don't
You told me it
even
was like a
understand
dream
what they're
state
doing.
kind of.
It was.
I don't
and
like
it was,
this kind of
It was
episodes.
weird. It was confusing. And, he had Suits had been like, oh, plot spoiler, like one of the major characters dies in this thing. It was it was like a dream.
It was a dream.
Yeah.
So he came
they
back.
didn't really die.
So I kind of knew that starting the season. I'm like, oh, this character is going to die in this episode, and they don't really die. It's
It was
just
a dream.
It's just like a dream thing, and you're like, okay. So the plot spoiler I thought I had that was didn't affect anything. So Mario Lopez is going to be at the Seminole Casino Coconut Creek on Thursday. So Virginia, unfortunately, you're double booked there.
I wouldn't go see him if you paid me.
My wife was talking like to a friend. She's like, we should go see Mario Lopez. I'm like, why would you go see
What?
Mario Lopez?
That's so
so
annoying.
random. I'm
That's
like,
Why would
so
they go see
annoying.
him?
that's a great question.
That's annoying.
Why would you support a cheater and a pig? Yeah, he may look all happy and familyed up now, but he cheated on Allie Landry, his first wife, on their honeymoon, and then she found out he cheated on the bachelor party too.
Yeah, kind of crazy. I don't. Yeah.
What the hell?
I was like, what? Why?
We don't support him. We don't support that.
You're like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, it was so random.
That is random.
Yeah. Another random story. Did you see that Chef Gordon Ramsay was in the Everglades hunting pythons?
I did see that. Yeah.
That was random.
Is he cooking them?
Yeah.
He's eating python meat?
Yeah, they had a python, and he cooked up his catch on a levee near one of the snakes was found.
Shut up. Really? You can eat that?
No.
Oh.
You're not supposed to. They said that apparently pythons have high mercury levels.
Oh.
Do not eat pythons, and that's what he was doing. It was a part of his Fox show, The F Word with Gordon Ramsay, and they were doing it for the show, but they're like saying, do not follow his lead. That's a really bad idea. Not only just to be out there like hunting the snakes, but definitely don't. The worst idea is eating them.
You see that one video that's going viral of the shark? The people that were. Did they catch the shark and then they.
No, and today, it's one of those things you sit there and this is a dilemma that you have. Do I post it, do I not post it? And I saw it is the top trending story in South Florida today, and I didn't post it because there were some jerky guys on a boat and they had caught a shark, and their argument is the shark was almost dead anyway, but they had the shark hooked behind their boat and took off and like were just dragging the shark as it's dying off the back of their boat.
He
and
just
it
looked like a
was-
fuck face, man.
Yeah, and it just stirred a lot of people where it's like, there are some people that don't even like seeing that period killing animals. But they'll maybe give it a pass because they're like, okay, it's, sport, and this shark is just tumbling and getting thrown all over the place, and it's still alive, and it's trying to get away, and it's fighting for its life.
It's tough to watch, actually.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people, had thought, and that's why I didn't post it, because it's out there if you want to see it. And the only reason why I even thought of posting it was to try to figure out who these guys are. I mean, they're visibly shown on this, and I think Florida Fish and Wildlife are looking for these guys because what they did is something you shouldn't do. And then they picked the shark up. There's a photo at the end, and the shark is just shredded.
Aww.
I mean, it just shows that it had just, for a shark, it had a horrible death.
That shouldn't happen to anything. I
Hey,
don't
thank
wanna
you.
See that.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, torturing something. I mean, what are you doing?
Come on.
Yeah.
It kind of like makes me think. Okay, you're a sicko.
Well, just it instantly. If you watch the video, it makes you feel weird in the pit of your stomach.
Yeah, and you just wonder about dudes like that because you're right. I mean, if that's something where you laugh and you have a good time, anything is in that much anguish.
And they're so dumb, and they lack such self-awareness, thinking
Yeah.
that they're gonna take that video,
Post it
then
here,
post
you're
it.
like, "That's great, man."
People are gonna be, dude, that was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
People want them arrested. I mean, that's how everybody is
and
on
that was
social
the
media.
only reason I was thinking about, like, we need to catch these a-holes because this is not cool, and other people should realize that if you want to be a big game fisherman, all that kind of stuff, that's fine, And if you
A
want
lot of those guys are catch and release.
I know,
though.
right? Exactly, because they have an appreciation and love for the
Right.
sea
And
creatures
and life.
They want to be able to release that fish, and so the adventure can happen again. You catch the fish
Right.
and you keep it. That's it.
Well,
But
give
if-
everything some dignity to die. You know what I mean?
And if you're a person that you do eat fish and things like that, then you would want to know that the process is being done as humanely as possible.
Of course.
That these animals are not suffering. That poor shark's definitely suffering.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah. Well, the animals are fighting back. They must have gotten word. 9-foot-long gator in Port Charlotte. There was this guy, I believe he's homeless, and he was taking a bath in a retention pond.
Oh no!
Yep.
They're stepping up their game, man.
Did the gator kill him?
Got him, bit down his left foot, left leg, left hand, and his nards.
Oh damn!
Bit him in the dick.
No,
Yep.
did it really?
Yep. The gator ate his toes.
Oh.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
How do you, is his dick okay?
They didn't say anything about his dick.
That's
They
the
just
top
say that
story, right? That's the biggest part.
they say he's in serious to stable condition. They had to take the gator out and they euthanized the gator for it. But
Oh.
yeah, I mean that just goes to show you got to find better and better access for these guys to be able to clean themselves up in Port Charlotte because you don't want anybody getting in those retention ponds. That's what you
No.
get if you get in there.
That's horrifying.
I'm just noticing a lot of gators being real squirrely these days. Maybe they've always been squirrely, but it just seems like unprovoked they're going after people.
Is it the weather?
Well, I mean, there's a couple things that are going on. Yeah, I mean, I think you got weather's changing, you've got sea levels are rising, and you also have expansion out west. Communities are growing. We're growing out west, and that's the last bastion where a lot of these animals live. We got 1.3 million gators in the state of Florida. They're in every single county. I mean, there's a lot of gators out there.
And they're in every pretty much like if it's fresh water, there's always signs. Look out for gators.
yeah,
everywhere.
They're absolutely all over the place.
They
my-
even got one on the Mets.
Well, my sister texted me the other day. She goes, "Listen, there are gators all over our neighborhood. You need to be careful when you're walking by that lake over there because there are gators in that thing."
Yeah, absolutely. So you got to watch yourself, wherever you're going. It is legit, and that's why that's happening.
Do you think if a gator was attacking you, you'd be able to get out of it, or do you think they just completely destroy you?
If it was biting me in the dick, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're so shocked.
I'm not going to react well, yeah. I'm not going to react
You're
well.
like, I can't believe this gator's on my
They
dick.
bit my dick. Yeah, I don't know how I deal with it. I mean,
you
I would
would
give
fight
everything
for
I
your
got.
life.
Oh, absolutely.
Hopefully, you need to ahead of time talk to yourself about this. If you're in a crisis situation, don't be that person that freezes
Yeah.
and ends up being the gator's lunch. You be that person that fights back. And I'm talking gator, abduction,
Yeah.
home invasion, whatever it is, you fight back. Don't you ever be a person that freezes.
I just was watching a special about abduction and not even abduction, getting abducted and then having someone point a gun at you and they say, fight, do not, if you can, don't freeze, move around, make noise. Even if they're going to kill you, you got to go out swinging because anything can happen.
You got way more of a chance of dying if
Yeah.
you don't fight.
I would. I have a reaction. In fact, I have to try to control myself sometimes where it's like if I get a quick jolt of pain, my first thing is I turn to find an attack.
Me too.
Super fist.
And, well, when Cannon talked about how I hit him, that one time, he had come up and cracked me in the side of the face, hit my ear, and my first reaction was I turned around and knocked him back. And I told him, I'm like, dude, if you come up to me, I'm like, and you unprovoked, and I don't know, and you hit me like really hard where it hurts, and you're that size, I'm like, I will fucking hit you back. I'm like, so don't do it. I'm like, I don't have to be that dad, but if you come up and like kick me in the nuts or something like that, I'm probably going to karate chop you. I'm going to throat
you're
punch you.
old enough to know better.
Right, and you're big enough that you can hurt. And I'm sorry, but this is the way I am. That's why I don't go into like haunted houses and things like that, because my first reaction is fight for your life, man.
My girlfriend did that. Got kicked out of Universal.
I think it's
Halloween Horror Nights.
It's something that's ingrained in you, and I'm like, there's part of me where like I wish I had more self-restraint, but it's the first thing that happens. Pain, boom, I attack.
If you're getting touched, and you're not expecting it, it's very, it's a human thing to be able to get in that stance and want to fight back.
Yeah. No, I remember when I broke my nose. Remember that when my buddy Dennis was helping me, and we were moving some things, and he had dropped a pylon, which is like a railroad tie kind of thing, and it hit and swung up, and it hit me in the face, broke my nose, spun me all the way around. He was like, dude, you came up like seeing red, like I was ready to punch, and I'm like, I should have known. I didn't know what hit me. It was so alarming, but I was like immediately ready to attack something.
We told everybody at work that the Queen kicked his ass.
Yeah.
Where was the lie?
Yeah, it's just my first reaction. So, yeah, I think I'd fight off a gator with everything I have. I'm not saying I would win, but I'd fight.
You have to, and have it in the back of your head. Everybody should fight. Don't freeze.
Is this fair or foul? Some people are calling foul. Florida's getting a new driver's license. I think by the end of the year, around 1st of 2018, we're all, if you renew your license, you're going to be getting, it's a new style. They've done a lot of stuff with fraud protection with it. I think like one of the things you're going to see, like all the details will glow under ultraviolet light. There's going to be I think 4 separate photos of you on it, like even one on the back. It's all over the place. They also, one of the new changes is the card will include recognition of the owner's sexual predator or sexual offender status.
That's a good thing.
Some people are saying, oh, no, you're branding somebody, and everywhere they go, it's going to be like a scarlet letter that they're going to be wearing that they're going to know.
Then don't touch kids.
Yeah, I mean, if you are somebody that has raped somebody or molested children, I don't give a fuck how tough your life is after that.
Yeah.
Don't rape and molest people.
Amen.
Sorry, when you do bad shit, things happen.
The only pause I give to that is I know sometimes when we talk about it, there are different levels of the sexual predator or offender.
Offenders, I don't think, are the same as predators.
If you're a violent sexual predator, you get that scarlet letter.
Amen.
Yeah, there should be a dividing line. And I know there's a lot of cases where it's like somebody was just outside, they worked on a road crew and they're peeing and they didn't realize there was a kid that was watching them or something like that.
Doesn't count. It's not. Look at the intention, guys.
Right. To me, yeah, you're someone that is over the age of 16, 18, you're raping children, then yes, you need to have this on your license.
And there's ways you can determine who is that and who is not.
Yeah.
Right? And I completely agree that if you are a rapist or someone like that, everybody should know what you've done.
Mm-hmm. Going to start seeing these August 21st. They're going to start popping up, but pretty much anything in the new year, 2018, that's what you're going to get.
My license is good till 2020, so I won't be getting it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your license, Byron?
Probably up at Satellite Beach. Feldman Bar.
That won't be difficult to get back.
At that point,
one of his angels has it.
You just get a new license at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let me see here. Got a couple of emails. This one from Crystal. Said, okay, I saw the celebrity comparisons you had on Instagram, and you, Kevin, definitely don't look like Steve Buscemi. Okay, thank you. Looking at your face head on, no glasses or odd angles, I honestly think that if you let Virginia color in the outside of your eyebrows, that your eyes would look less odd.
I told you that before.
I've thought this before in other pics, but my hypothesis became much stronger with today's Instagram post.
Yeah,
but what are you going to do? I mean,
I'm just going to shade him in. You won't be able to even tell that I did it.
What am I going to do? Every time I go out, I got to shade in my eyebrows?
I can apply your makeup before every show.
That's insane.
That's no way to live, man. Just rock your eyes the way they are.
That's no way to live.
Your eyes are fine.
Maybe I need an eyebrow transplant, too.
You know what you can do? microblading, which is the new thing.
Uh-huh.
They
What
draw
does that
these
mean?
little tiny lines inside your eyebrow that look like little tiny hairs.
Yeah.
And they draw them so perfectly in alignment with your other hairs that no one can tell it's not like little eyebrow hairs.
Is it permanent?
It is. Microblading.
You don't want to do that bullshit. Dude, your
It's
eyes.
not bullshit. It's making you pretty.
Your eyes are fine. Rock the way you look. We just give you a hard time. And people have heard us give you a hard time. I see the hate with your eyes online. They are just busting your balls. Not everyone,
I see the hate because I write it.
Not everyone thinks you have a murder face.
Just 90% of us.
Some of the food items to try out. Wendy said that you should have gone to Diego's Insane Burritos while you're in Satellite Beach. They're the best burritos on the planet, she says.
I should have went.
Put that on the list.
Coulda,
Diego's
shoulda.
Instead of our shitty ass gas station sub we got.
Do they have any like fast food there?
You know, when we got to Satellite Beach, it was kind of we didn't see anything. All that we saw was a 7-Eleven and the bar we were at, and the bar was not very big.
That's messed up.
Mm-hmm. I also said another underrated fast food from John said fish sandwich at Culver's, off the charts good.
Culver's might be one of my new little favorite spots.
Where is
What
that?
is this?
It's in Jupiter.
Okay.
So it's like a Dairy Queen on steroids. But they've got some amazing, they call it frozen custard. And what they do is they whip it. And it turns into this thing they call the concrete. It's so
I've had
good.
something like that before. It's very good.
It's so yummy. But then they also have a bunch of other stuff, like a Dairy Queen like has burgers and fries and all that kind of stuff. They've got all that too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
You got to come try it out.
Culver's in Jupiter.
Mm-hmm. You got to go check that out. Let me see. Thought this was kind of interesting. Talking about food, some of the different subliminal tactics that are used to get you to spend more money. Like, for instance, at restaurants, they don't put the dollar sign on there. You'll just see, like, 28 rather than $28.
Ah.
That works, though?
Yeah, a Cornell study found that a format that leaves off dollar signs and even the word dollar gets people to spend 8% more.
Huh.
So that's a little tactic, and every little bit counts. So
We are dumb.
A lot of times when they do those like combo deals where you get the triple decker appetizer, it's only $4 more. I'll always fall for that. I fall for that at the movie theater too, where they want to giganticize it for 20 cents more. You have to fucking bring it in with two hands.
yeah,
I'm your typical American. More is better.
More for a quarter? Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking, all right, a quarter. Shit, that's a lot of soda for just a quarter.
another tactic they use, they will mimic your gestures, and they'll have the women actually touch you. They say that will make people of either sex looser with their money. It doesn't work if a guy waiter is touching you, but a female, it does, they found out, according to some of the tests that they've run.
If a guy waiter touches me, I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
And if a girl waiter touches me or a girl waitress touches me, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Exactly. And you're going to spend
The
more money.
difference between the sexes.
They say additional research shows that if a salesperson of either sex imitates your gesticulations, that you are more likely to buy what he or she is selling. So that sometimes they'll mimic your mannerisms, and you're like going, oh, they're flattered by it.
Interesting. Because you think, oh, they're like me. Oh, they know what I need because they're like me.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the waiter or waitress that is real familiar real soon and they sit down at the table with you and then you're like, hey, could I get some extra honey mustard? No, you sure can't. And then they walk away, but they're being sassy. And
Don't
they're
like that.
I'm like, all right, is that no honey mustard? Or you fucking...
If you don't know me, don't be sassy.
It's almost like too
It's too
familiar. You're
familiar.
just trying to eat.
I don't
Don't
mind.
sit down. Don't be sassy.
I don't mind getting down to my level. The sitting down at the booth, I'm okay with, but it's okay.
The reason
I
why
bet you
it's a
the
little
queen would
forward.
not like
The
that.
reason why I don't like it is
Yeah,
because
no, I
I
don't
see
think that'd be-
through it.
yeah.
I see through it. I know what you're doing. I know you're trying to get a bigger tip by doing your shtick, and you're not hiding it enough. And I think that's why it annoys me.
Now touch him, and then the whole thing changes.
Oh, you get me a boner? Oh, big tip.
Big
Big
tip.
tip from the little tip.
Damn it, it's good. You're right. I fucking walked into that one.
They say Starbucks will actually write your name on the cup wrong because you're more likely to take a picture of it, post it on Facebook. Oh, look what Starbucks did today. And you post it up on your social media, kind of like almost ragging on them, but you promote Starbucks that way.
That's actually very genius.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's genius. No wonder they're doing it right. They say at grocery stores that it's not an accident that they will also lay them out against your intuition. And I've often said that. I'm like, why don't they put like items here? It's so hard. And then they rearrange it and you're like going, I can't find anything. And you're walking around all over the store and you're like, can we not make this so it makes some kind of seeming progressional sense?
Can somebody tell me why every grocery store has shaving cream and all that shit there, and there's no fucking razors?
Yeah.
They never put razors and shaving cream in the same
The
section.
razors are usually by the checkout.
Horse shit.
Yeah.
Put it by the shaving cream.
Everything is, you think that they're not thinking it through, and you'd be like, this is your job. Why don't you map out a grocery store that makes more sense?
They are thinking it through.
They're overthinking it, and they're thinking a lot better than you. They've done studies that apparently when they lay things out and you're having to look around and you're working and your mind is going and you're kind of like spun around, that when you lose focus, you will make more impulsive buys and spend more money.
That makes sense. I was looking for shaving cream or
They
razors.
want you disoriented.
I remember I was looking for my razors and I ended up buying big ass things of popcorn that I was not gonna buy. I'm like,
Wow.
they fucking got
Yeah,
me.
stores will try to purposely disorient you because they have found and they have studied that you will spend more money when you are. Because if you're organized and you got things laid out, let's say you got a shopping list and you know, okay, that's going to be $3, $4, da 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 da, and everything is laid out perfectly. And if you walk through a thing, I got everything I need, you wouldn't be making that impulsive buy because it goes against the organizational nature that you walked in with.
That is so interesting.
When you're disorganized and thrown all amok, you're like, yeah, sure, throw that other item in. You don't even pay attention to it. And even an extra little $4, $5 here, especially with every single order, really adds up over time.
Huh.
And you're like, wow. And they said also, you ever gone into a Hollister and you're walking in, you're trying to talk to your kid, be like, yeah, hey, you want to get some clothes? I can't hear you. The music's so fucking loud. What? Huh? They're doing that on purpose because the loud music disorients you, especially in younger shoppers, and they will spend more money as a result.
I dated a girl for about 3 minutes that worked at Hollister, and they have. You're right. They've got this whole
It's
thing.
so loud.
But they also have a whole plan, and they will make sure they hire only good-looking people a lot of times.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, that definitely does something to it because you see them in the clothes. You're like, oh, I want to look like that, even though you know you'll never look like that.
But you're like you just said,
Still sells you.
everything is thought out.
Yeah.
It's all planned.
And it really is fascinating when you start looking at all this kind of stuff. You guys probably know about like a casinos, no clocks, no windows, so that you don't notice the passage of time and you lose track of time, you spend money. Yeah, all those kind of things. I mean, you're not walking into a place, especially a place that's successful. And I should say that. Starbucks, your Hollisters, your malls, your grocery stores.
Vegas.
Right. Places where they're doing it well. And you look at it and you're going, they're totally doing it wrong. You know, that's
No,
the
they're
funny
not.
thing about it. You may think they're doing it wrong. And when I read that about the grocery stores, I've walked in, I'm like going, gosh, if I owned a grocery store, I would have this thing laid out so anally and so perfectly. And I'm like going, gosh, why can't someone with common sense like me run a grocery store?
I still I would run it that way if I was a manager, even with all this science talk, because you want to make it convenient for the customer.
I agree with you. I would still argue that saying, look, today it's all about the consumer. You want them to enjoy themselves. And if they associate a good experience with coming into the store, it's so easy and I get what I want, they may come back more frequently. Sure, you may get an additional confusing $4 or $5 buy every trip. But if you could get them to come back twice as much or even 2 times more than they normally would, you'll make up for that.
And you better hope they don't read about this survey that says that, hey, these big grocery stores like to confuse people, because then you'll be like, all right, not going there.
Yeah, fuck you, grocery store. I'll go to a place that's not going to confuse me.
Exactly.
Well, I'll just order it online.
Yeah.
So there you go. So you're like, yeah, they are always, basically that's what it is. They're always doing studies and trying to figure out how can we separate the consumer from their dollar. That's pretty much what it is all about.
Reminds me of my daughter. How can I separate mama from her money?
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, are you having a birthday party?
I am this weekend.
I thought I saw something on the internet.
I am this weekend.
Your birthday is mañana.
It is.
Tomorrow's your birthday?
It is.
It's Virginia's last day of being able to say she's 1 year younger than me.
How does it feel to be old and 44,
Better
Kevin?
get it out of your system now, because tomorrow I get to gloat. You're as old as I am again, 44.
Kevin's going to make sure he takes care of the party for tomorrow.
You know me. I'm so good at decorations.
The two of you, you're such party planners.
You've got me, Kevin, and Denny.
It's gotta suck for your birthday because you're right.
does.
We are the worst.
I have low expectations. Don't worry.
Good.
I do not expect you guys to do anything. Don't go crazy. This is not in your wheelhouse.
Because Virginia is very awesome at birthday shit, and she's
But
good.
I'm a chick. I like that shit.
But you're generous. You get good gifts. And me and Kevin are like, oh, it's your birthday? I just found that out right now. I would have never even known until tomorrow.
Don't feel like you have to do anything.
Oh, I'm not.
Don't. Please don't.
I'm just kidding.
I really don't want you to because it's not in your wheelhouse. If you want to come party this weekend, Saturday night, I'm going to be on the titty side of Double D's.
Oh, you are? You're going tit side, huh?
Yep. Never really partied over there yet. I'm always on the boring side. No offense, but I want a little more nudity. I want some fun craziness. So we're going on the crazy side of Double D's Saturday night.
And what's this thing about? Is that Pizza Girls the next day? That's what
Yeah.
I saw. And then I saw something about like all you can eat or something. Or
Hangover?
Oh, yeah. You'd said that. Yeah, let me get that down. This Sunday, Pizza Girls, right?
Yes, it's a hangover brunch.
Yep.
So after we party really hard on Saturday, it's bottomless mimosas, bottomless Bloody Marys at Pizza Girls, and they do these amazing egg pizzas. They do all this fun, creative stuff with hash browns, and they're really making brunch fun. And the new PGA location is big, way bigger than the Clematis one, so that's where we're doing it. And DJ intern George is coming to DJ.
Oh, yeah. What time are you doing that?
11 to 3.
Okay.
But I'll probably leave around 2. I mean, 5 hours is too long. 11 to 2 for me.
Okay. Yeah. You
just
didn't
finding
choose.
out all this stuff. I'm reeling.
Some good stuff. Okay. Well, you do have a busy week and
I
weekend.
do.
All right,
yes.
so okay, let's say, because I think buying you a gift is silly. Because what are we gonna get you that What would be something me and Kevin could do that would be a good gift that would make you happy? What's something you want from us, other than us just showing up at your party? What is something that would be that would be a cool gift for us to give you?
Booze is a great gift.
Booze, okay.
Booze is always a great gift.
And you like the champagne, right?
You know I like champagne. You don't have to spend a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy like a nice bottle of champagne for $20.
What kind of champagne you like?
Don't go too expensive. Don't go too cheap. Go in the middle. Stay away from either the too high or the too low.
I'll get you some Dom Perignon. It's low budget Dom.
You make fun, but there's a champagne called Cristalino. Because there's really one called Cristal.
Okay.
I love Cristalino.
Really?
And it is $8.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. Don't go crazy. I mean, don't walk in with the barefoot bubbly. That's gross.
Barefoot bubbly. Okay.
That's gross.
Stay away from
Or
that.
Corbel. I don't want that. But
Okay. Cool.
Roll yellowtail at that ass.
Got a little celebration. It's good to know. All right, so yeah, if you want to see where all we are going to be, especially Virginia, she's going to be the one that's going to be out the most. Tonight, tomorrow night, Friday night. Yeah.
Saturday,
Sunday.
Yeah.
How do you do it, man?
I know. I'm
I went to-
tired thinking about
I went
it.
to Corey Feldman, didn't drink, and I'm a fucking mess today.
Yeah.
Well, you did not sleep at all.
Right.
Mama always gets at least 7 hours.
For sure,
I
for
got to
sure.
get 7 hours.
You can go to the KVJ Show Facebook page. We got all the events up there that's coming up on our calendar. As soon as it's scheduled, it goes up there. Also, you can go to kvjshow.com. We got all of our events there, so you can see where we're going to be. So come out and hang out with us. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.